Good morning, ladies and gents. What's up, John Larson? What's up, man? Catfish stepped away for a second. He he's taking out Catfish Bailey. So unfortunately, y'all got to deal with me for a few minutes. What's up, though, John? Steph, good morning. Catfish has stepped away for a moment. He is taking out Catfish Bailey. So, like I just said, y'all got to deal with me for a little while, unfortunately. But good morning, Steph. These fish tanks, good morning. Good morning. They are, John Larson. Yes, they are. They're they're gonna be tough to beat. They're gonna be tough to beat. Yes, they are. That is a fact. I am, Steph. I am headed up from Cape Cod into Boston. Headed to work. I know, John. My childhood hero retired. I know, man. That was I watched Edelman's retirement video. That one got me right in the feels. That one kicked me right in the feels, man. Oh, that was tough. That was a tough one. Yeah, it was really well done though. I like how they did it. It was just him in that chair in inside the stadium. That was it was really well done. But that's I have a feeling that he was fighting that decision back for a while. I think I think Brady's last year with them was when you could really start to see that Edelman's body was just telling him enough's enough because he even had to fight through that year. He even had to fight through that year, and then obviously the injury last year, and I think even as far back as like 2 or 3 years ago, it was like 2 years ago, his body was telling him enough is enough. Steph, he was one of my favorite Patriots growing up. One of my favorite Patriots. The second half of the dynasty. My the first half of it, I was in high school. I was in high school when they won in 2001. I was a sophomore. Or no, I take that back. I was a freshman. I was in high school when they um when they won the first one against the Rams, and back then it was like my guys were like my two favorite players were Willie McGinnis and Ty Law. And then when Edelman and Gronk came around, I mean, it was hard not to like those guys. I don't feel like a kid, Steph. I do not feel like a kid. I feel like I'm 80. Everything creaks when I wake up in the morning. I never had to stretch out when I got up in the morning. Now I do. And when I walk to the when I walk to the bathroom in the morning, it sounds like a haunted house door. My fish tanks, yes, he was. He was the definition of a blue collar guy. Just come to work, clock in, do whatever he needs to do, and then go home. He was the definition of a blue collar guy. Did whatever the team needed him to do, and just sacrificed his body for the team. The guy played through I don't know how many injuries. But that one got me last night. Brady leaving my team was one thing, but when Edelman retired, that one kicked me right in the feels. Hey, Catfish is back, I see.
All right, sorry about that, Butcher.
You're all good. We're just talking about Edelman's retirement.
47 comments. Let me see who all's in here.
We got T's Fish Tank, Steph, Still, collaboration of Curiosity, CRB. We got a whole crew in here. We got JDR, My Fish Tanks.
Adele,
Steph is in here. If I haven't mentioned her.
Awesome. Furlough not in here though, is he?
No.
Normally he's one of the first ones.
Wakey. Get up, Furlough. Where you at?
Y'all, I'm sorry about that. I've had running late. My fish tanks to you, John Larson, GRB, TJ, Frugal.
That's not an excuse, Furlough. You're fired.
Yeah, still in you.
Make that crap before the stream.
T's Fish Tank. Miss Stephanie. Yeah, JDR. I got in here and piddled around late last night, so I'm running behind on everything. And of course, Bailey wants to make me pay for it. She gets outside and want to smell everything. Walked through the yard last night.
Do you have a fenced in backyard, right?
No, I don't have fenced in. I got to take her out on a leash.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought you have a fenced in yard.
No, I wish, man. I wish I could open that door and let them go, and if they wanted to stay, I'd leave them.
Yeah, just let them run around for a bit, burn off some energy, and come back in.
Yeah, I'd teach her she wouldn't go out there and stay next time if I had a fenced-in yard. Oh, man.
That's like one of the best investments my brother told me he ever made was a dog door and a fenced-in backyard.
Yeah, I see where a lot of people's getting broke into on the dog doors. It's amazing how people squeeze through it little.
If you're a criminal and you're dumb enough to try and crawl through the dog door, it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, really.
It'd be like that scene from Home Alone where he shoots him with the pellet gun right in the forehead.
Yeah. Oh man, nothing like.
I'd be sitting there with one of those camping chairs and a beer and just be like, "What's up, dude?"
Oh, I know.
The only thing that would beat him to the hospital would be the ambulance he's riding in.
Yeah. Big Easy. I guess Preds never did make no changes yesterday. Still haven't heard no news.
Yeah, I haven't heard any. I think they traded someone away, but I don't think they added anybody.
There he is. Hey, buddy.
You are so fired.
Had to let Butcher run the stream this morning. I'm running late. And
Check out this coffee cup I got.
That's like a gallon mug.
Yeah, isn't it? It's nice, isn't it?
that's the reason I like this one, man. I like a big coffee cup.
I'm the same. If I'm drinking coffee, it's got to be like a gratuitous amount of it.
Yeah. Oh, man. Maybe I can slow down a minute now. They're making Eddie George football coach down here at Tennessee State.
I saw that. I was like, that's cool. I was like, good for him.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty neat.
He outside of like, he was one of my favorite like non-Patriot players when he played. I always liked him.
Oh, he's a cool dude, man. That's probably going to help that program a lot.
Yeah, y'all caught that. Y'all missed that bird.
I always did like him, and then Eddie George in his prime, he could run, dude. He could run. He was real good.
Yeah. What's that, a furlough?
Oh, I said everybody missed my whole coffee cup thing.
I would just, if I could, I would just take the pot and just drink it. Just heat the pot up and just put like cream and sugar in that and drink it.
See, it wasn't really the coffee cup I was showing off. It was more like.
Oh yeah, I missed that.
Oh, I know. I saw it.
That was meant for Bobby.
For Mr. Butcher. Yeah, how's your rib pain today? JDR wants to know.
It's still about the same.
Dude, getting cracked, getting whacked in the ribs is not fun. That hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Carver's moving slow this morning. He went and played 2 games of church softball last night, and I noticed when he walked in the door, he's walking real ginger. And this morning when he was leaving, he was barely moving. He said, I forgot to stretch last night. I said, no, you're not no spring chicken anymore.
Yeah, that's got nothing to do with stretching. That's you old, dude.
So he's got a long day ahead of him.
Here's your sign that you're old. That's what that is.
I mean, he looked like me walking around in there. Mr. Manifesto. I came in here and worked late last night and got my rack moved in here.
Oh, nice. Cool.
And I was going to put my black pastels here today, but I'm thinking about going and get me a 20-gallon long and put there.
Yeah.
Your fisher room there is coming to taking shape there, bud.
Yeah, it's coming around.
Speaking of which.
But I'm thinking very seriously about holding off on the pastels and put the longs there. I could put the pastels up on top. I got another shelf on top there. I hate putting one up that high. I was talking to Pepper last night, and I'm thinking about taking that long. And bad thing about it, I can't pronounce them, but we was talking over some catfish about putting some catfish in there, and I couldn't tell you the name if I had to. And that'll be bad when I can't even pronounce my fish I got.
That's why you just make up nicknames for them.
They are some cool looking fish. which maybe I can show you the names of them. Y'all probably know what he's talking about.
Uh, 20 long is a nice tank. That's what I use for some of my smaller cichlids breeding in and grow outs.
There's the name of them, if you can see them.
Yeah, I can't see the name.
But there's the fish.
Camera won't focus on it.
Focus. But it's SYNODOTIS.
Synodontis.
Synodontis. They're pretty neat looking fish.
Yeah, I have like 3 different kinds of those, and I got some of the bigger ones, but they're nice.
Yeah, they got some dwarfs, and they got some different ones. Get about 4 inches, 5 inches.
I got about an 8 or 9 incher in this one, the Decorus or the clown catfish.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one.
The dwarfs don't get but 1.5 inches, and the other ones get about 4 inches.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Bobby?
I ran into my first idiot of the day nice and early. Nice and early. I was at one of the local Home Depots, if that tells you enough, right?
Enough said.
So he was parked in the commercial truck parking area, right? Big truck, like almost probably about the same size as mine.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, that's a nice truck, man. Are they because mine's a 12-speed. You know, the newer ones that they're putting out, they're that push button Allison automatic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't have to shift or anything. Like you literally just it's like a little it's a push button. It's pretty cool. Like I wouldn't mind having one in the truck now because it's just convenient, right? Well, he goes. I was like, that's a nice truck, man. He goes, yeah. I was like, is there a manual transmission in there? He goes, no, it's the new push button Allison. And I was like, that's got to be nice. I was like, and then I was like, he goes, I'm getting sick of power shifting, and he goes, what's power shifting? And I looked at him and I was like, what?
Mr. Manifesto, I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or a jab in the face.
I was like, what do you mean? What's power shifting? It's how you shift a big truck. He goes, what do you mean? I was like, dude, like you don't need the clutch after you take it out of neutral. You just power shift and feel the gears out, you know, and you can use the throttle as a shift. Like power shifting. He goes, well, I've never done that. Like, what? Wait, you have your commercial driver's license, right? CDL, Class A, like big, you know? Yeah. Never mind.
I always called it speed shifting.
Yeah, speed shifting, power shifting. You don't use the clutch because they're like $3,000 to replace when you burn them up.
Yeah.
Get those RPMs right, you can go right to your gears.
Use the throttle as a clutch. You just let it off at the right time, feel the gear out, put it into gear, and then put your foot back on the throttle. It's really not that hard.
Yeah.
Anybody who drives a truck for a living knows how to do that. They teach you how to do that so you don't burn up clutches because it's wicked expensive to replace them.
Yeah.
The parts alone are like $3,000. Never mind the manual labor to take the front end of the engine off to get to it. I was like in shock. I was like, how long you been driving? He's like, 15 years, 16 years. Never mind.
Yeah. Your Home Depot already open this morning?
Oh yeah, they're open at 5:30, dude.
It's 4:30 our time, but I guess the East Coast.
No, I take that back. 5 a.m. They open at 5 a.m. they're open early for us because a lot of the commercial guys, like Home Depot around in Mass is 90% commercial. I mean, guys buy things like they don't buy just like one or two pieces of plywood or one or two sticks of lumber. It's like they buy entire lifts.
Yeah.
And they'll load, 6-wheel, 8-wheel dump trucks up and just take off.
Yeah. So you take another day off furlough?
Yeah, I'll go back to work tomorrow.
Can you tell any better?
I mean, it's a little better, but I mean, doesn't matter what it feels like tomorrow. I got to go back to work.
You must have walked into that at a good pace then.
I was on a full walk, like.
Yeah, like full. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That had to smart.
Oh yeah, it knocked the wind out of me. It's just like I had to like sit there with my hand on my knees like this for a minute, like trying to catch my breath, and like oh man. My dog was looking at me like I was crazy.
I did something. I yanked my back a couple of years ago, and it knocked me on the ground. It knocked me on the ground.
Yeah, it'd been rough if the tank broke, man. Y'all got 14 people in the room. Y'all, yesterday, I picked up 2 new members yesterday.
There you go.
Nice.
And Mr. Manifesto and T's fish tanks. T's. Man, it's bad when I can't remember things. T's in here, I know. Yeah, I was right. T's fish tank. And I appreciate it. I actually didn't notice, but T joined Sunday, I think. But I got my new board tweaked out. So we're back up to 40 members, y'all. I appreciate you.
Yeah, John, that tank didn't even move. I don't even think the water rippled in it when I hit it. And I'm 200 pounds.
Alan Matthews, buddy.
Oh, it's crazy how yeah, that big heavy objects don't move when you walk into them.
I didn't even hear the water ripple when I hit it.
I did that. So we have those, those automatic lights, the motion sensor lights, right? We have those in the shop area for us, like in our store area where we park all of our equipment inside, for when the weather's bad. And most of the time me and the other driver try and keep there's like a little passageway, like a little walkway clear to. Like you open the door and there's probably like a little 4-foot walkway, 5-foot walkway before it opens up into the shop, into the main shop, right? Well, usually that 4-foot walkway is clear and then there's a clear opening. Well, somebody parked the forklift right there, and the other day,
man,
it was pitch black, and I opened the door and in a full walked right into the back of the forklift.
Ow.
Gee, buddy. Hee-haw! Y'all beans,
all I heard was pung as my head hit the counterweight.
Being I was running behind and everything, I want to go ahead and play my members list right quick.
Let it rip.
What's
that
that?
was I dig that music you had
Oh,
going on
I
there.
love that music there, man. Yeah, I love that music.
That's the best one yet, right there.
Y'all, I had a really bad night working on this tank. I worked late, man. Didn't know if I was going to make it in here for everybody. And I'm so tired. But I made it just for my people. uh, Lori.
Bobby, you had yourself quite the little troll in your little 45-minute stream yesterday.
Butcher did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to repeat any of the words he was typing on here, but I was watching it while I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for my wife to come out the store. I was like, I started deleting them.
Hey, how do you pronounce Danbury's first name?
Josiah. Josiah.
Josiah.
At least I knew somebody that's how I pronounce it, because I knew it when I went to school with a kid named Josiah, and that's how he pronounced it, and it was spelled the same way. So.
Really? Appreciate you.
So wait, when was it? When was I dealing with the troll? What was that?
Yesterday, when you had that little 45-minute stream when you were talking about homeboy that retired.
Oh yeah.
That kid that was typing those one word, like just real bad, real nasty words. You know?
Yeah, I dealt with him quick, fast, and in a hurry. He lasted about 3 seconds.
Yeah. You'll let this dog out. I'll be right back.
All right, buddy.
Oh yeah, I hit him out of that stream like a 410-foot home run. He was out of here. It was like a hanging curveball that just got crushed.
Yeah, it's turkey season.
It is turkey season. Well,
Man,
actually, technically not for us yet, but it will be in about 3 weeks.
I think I'm sure we probably already started. I can't tell you for sure. I used to hunt all the time. Now that I don't get to go hunting, I don't keep up with opening.
If I was going to shoot a turkey now, I would keep the beard and the claws as a trophy. You know what I mean? And then I would just I would donate the meat, because I don't usually like the darker turkey meat. So I would donate it. I would just say, butcher it up, and I'll donate it to, like, I don't know, the church or whatever. You know what I mean? I'll donate it somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's a deer, you better fight. You're gonna have to fight me for that one, because I ain't giving that.
Yeah, I know it, man. It's been a long time since I've had some deer meat in the freezer.
Hey, venison chili is delicious.
Oh, I love it, man.
Venison chili, venison. We used to do venison, like venison ground. We used to mix venison and ground hamburg together and make meatballs. Oh, that was delicious too.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt, man. Jerky, man. I love jerky. I can eat deer jerky all day long.
I would, I would donate if I shot one, like I said, I would keep the beard and the claws as a trophy and mount those. You know what I mean? Mount those.
Yeah.
I would donate the rest of it. I would just donate the meat to wherever. Because those big toms, catfish, they're no joke. They're a lot of meat.
Oh, you ain't lying. They are.
I tell you, you gotta watch out. You get spurred by one of them, and you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Them spurs on the back of them turkeys are they're no joke either. They'll come up and spur you in a heartbeat. Them toms are they're ornery little things.
Carrie, science gal. Y'all, while I got 12 of you in the room, if you get a chance, don't forget about Catfish Cherry's Tuesday night panel stream night at 8 Central, y'all.
Jeff, you tell those deer to stay right there until October. You just hang out right where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them to stay right there. I'll be there. I'll be there and handle them in October. I got a broadhead and a 308 with their name all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Jess and Chubbs had a great stream last night.
Yeah, I made it through most of Jess's stream, and then I fell asleep.
I was lurking in both of them mainly. I got in there for a few minutes saying hi to everybody, but I just had it playing and working on these rack and stuff. Man, I tell you, my problem is anymore. I had to get down, got an area rug. I had to cut back and everything. My problem anymore, I can't get up and down on my knees, and it about killed me last night moving all this stuff in here.
Catfish needs like one of those engine cranes to get him up.
Nah, I need somebody to stay here and help me with it instead of going out and being a teenager. Now he can't walk this morning. Mr. He thinks he's Tom Brady. I like to have a camera on him moving around this morning.
Oh, that would be funny.
So he'll probably look like me moving around this morning.
He looked like Tim Conway coming through the house this morning, Mr. Wiggins. He was walking so stiff.
He was probably a hurting unit.
See you later, Josiah. Have a good day, man.
Appreciate you coming in, Josiah. I'd give off a turkey, Sam, but I don't have one. We need Griffin in here.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like. I used to hunt all the time, and now I just don't have the time. You know what I mean?
Oh man,
Because like Catfish, you got to go out before the season starts and scout it out where you're gonna go. What are the best spots you think you're gonna be in? Then you got to go set the stand up. It's like just time that I don't have anymore.
I was stupid back in my younger days, man. I'd jump up 3 o'clock in the morning, drive 50 miles by myself, and big old hills down in Cheatham County. I'd go all the way down the bottom of the hill and up another one, set up, hunt that morning. Then I'd come out and rush home, jump in the van, go lay carpet all day. Stupid. I eat and slept it just like fishing, man.
Yeah, I ain't been hunting in probably 3 years.
It's like it's just time. Like it's just time.
Yeah, it was Mrs. Wiggins, Tuttleberry, Tim Conway, and Mrs. Wiggins was Carol Burnett, his secretary.
And then, I usually like to go. The range like three times, and shoot the rifle that I'm gonna be hunting with. To make sure that it's zeroed and good to go. So when you do get that opportunity to take a shot, that you don't miss.
Yeah.
Adele, LOL, my happy pills kicked in too. Lurk mode engaged. Oh, I know I'm not going to stream that long this morning because I got my stream tonight. Furlough might take over day by him not working today.
Maybe I'm not in bed all day again like I was yesterday.
But I won't stream as long. Go in there and take me a nap for my stream tonight.
I know I got to go drop the truck off to get my new tires put on at 9 o'clock. So
Man,
finally, like they get They ordered 4 tires for my truck. 3 of them come in Friday, and the 4th one didn't come in until yesterday.
It's crazy, man.
I'm like, how do they not ship all 4 at the same time? Like,
They probably wind up having to get one from somewhere else or something.
yeah. It's just I'm impatient. Like when I'm trying to do stuff like that, I'm impatient. Like I want instant gratification.
Well, that's my problem. When I decide I want to do something, I want to
Yeah.
do it then. I don't want to wait on it.
Well, you've had to wait a long time for that, to be honest. Like that's like that truck should have been done a while ago.
Yeah.
Well,
That
this-
one, my GMC is still in the freaking shop.
Is it really?
Yeah.
This is a different truck he's putting tires on.
Yeah, I'm putting tires on my Nissan. On the old Titan.
What did you get for tires?
The
Colored guppies.
BF Goodrich, the KO2s, the all terrains.
Yeah, those are a nice looking tire. Those will look good on that truck.
Yeah. My brother put them on his Ram, and man, I fell in love with them tires. I was like, I gotta have those for my truck.
They're a good look. They're a good looking tire too. Like the look is good.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing. When I had trucks, they weren't no mall crawlers. They were, like I swear, like trees were growing off my truck at the end of it because it was just more mud covered than anything.
Mm.
Todd, buddy, reap what you sow.
Morning, Reed.
Oh. Like I would wash my truck and the entire parking lot would just be full of mud afterwards.
It's like every time I go to the dump to take the dump trailer and empty it after a good rain, it'll turn my truck brown.
Y'all, if you ain't got to do it yet, go see Reap What You Sow's newest video, The Chicken Coop, y'all. It's the general store.
There's another place you can go if you really want to like catch some of the worst idiots of the world, is go to the dump and watch them try to get in and out of there without screwing something up.
Yep.
Where?
The dump.
Go to the dump. Your local dump, yeah.
Local transfer station where you can go dump stuff yourself. Yeah.
I never could leave those places without getting nails in my tires, man. Every time I turn around, I'd have a nail in a flat tire.
The funniest is when the guys try and sneak stuff into the wrong piles and they get caught.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is the wife. How you feeling? That's the thing bad when you got the same name, man. You don't never know who you're talking to.
Well, good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Reap.
Yeah, Todd said you've been having asthma problems.
Oh, I was sitting in a line waiting to go over to the scale. It was probably about a month ago, and this guy went up there, and the scale goes up, and there's a rail. Well, the guy decided he was going to go off to one side, and he almost like flipped his truck over the rail. Like he went up on the rail, and it bent the rail to crap and everything.
People's crazy, man.
That reminds me of that video you sent me with the dude up on the.
Pretty much, that's pretty much what it looked like.
You still in the hospital?
I was just sitting in my truck. I'm just watching exactly like this. I'm like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. Yeah, he done did it. Yep.
The funniest part about that video, Furlow, was when he hits the ground and the airbag goes up and you just
In the hat.
fly out the side.
Man, I hope you get feeling better. I got a brain freeze. I'm trying to remember your name. Dang, I remember Todd. I'm so used to calling y'all Reap What You Sow.
The hat just flies out the window. Oh, I lost it, dude.
I hope you get feeling
That
better.
was hilarious. That one I sent you the other day was pretty funny with the baseball guy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I had to pull over when my friend sent me that one.
Hope you feel better, Mrs. Reap.
Oh God, that was funny.
And I hate it when I can't think of names.
How about the one I sent you the other day, Bobby, with those Russian guys with the exploding trash can?
Yeah.
Like you really don't know what's
Jerry.
gonna happen. Don't know what's gonna happen, and then I did a boom, and the guy just like falls right on his rear end.
Knocks him right over.
Mm.
Oh.
I hope you get feeling better, Jerry.
Them dudes over there are out of their mind, though. We think we're crazy. Not even close. Them dudes over there are insane.
Mm-hmm. I forget where I found that video. I don't know if somebody sent it to me or if I was just like down a YouTube rabbit hole of some sort and found it. But I remember when I first saw that video, dude, I was like,
it'll be like 2 in the morning on a Saturday, and I'll go down some of those YouTube rabbit holes sometimes. It's just be watching videos, be like, what am I doing here? How did I get here?
I was in stitches when I saw that one.
Catfish Mama gets sending me so many clips from YouTube and TikTok. I swear at times I'm going to take her phone away from her when she gets home. I'm just sitting in there trying to sleep or watch a show and the phone just keeps dinging where she's on lunch break or something, just sending every little clip she finds.
I have a ton of I'm in like a big giant group chat, like a Twitter group chat for like Pats fans, right? There's got to be like 45 of us in there, right? And obviously Edelman retired yesterday, so for like 3 hours, my phone did not stop going off because everybody's just talking about it in the chat. I was like, I gotta turn this off. I gotta sleep.
I hate group chats so much.
I mean, normally it's fine, but like just like it was just going nuts.
Mm-hmm. See, group text, like I tell everybody I know, do not put me in a group text. Like I got added to the FishTube instant messenger chat, and I mean that's not bad. Like you'll get like 10 or 12 beeps like in the morning when everybody's saying good morning to each other, but that's it.
Yeah.
But and I'm okay with that. But like actual group text messages, like my wife's in one with her mom and her sister and her aunts, and they'll be sending like baby pictures to each other all day long, like into the night, and it's just like ping, 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 ping. I'm like, will you people stop? Like
that's the way my phone does. By the time I go in there and lay down, she'll get to sending every dog she can find.
It's like, will you put that on silent, please?
Like my wife, she can't put it on silent because she's going to answer the phone, like for work, for the business. So it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah. See, that's where we draw the line. I just hate everyone equally.
Mm-hmm. I told my wife, I said, you tell your mother and her sisters and all your cousins, nobody better add me to that group. Otherwise my phone's gonna go flying somewhere where I can't find it, and I'm gonna go full dark mode, and y'all never hear from me again.
Oh no, they are annoying. It can't get out of control.
Like I said, the Facebook Messenger one that I'm in with like the FishTuber isn't bad. Like they'll start a conversation, but then they'll stop. Like once there's nothing else to talk about, they'll stop.
Did you really have to cut in front of me, bro? Did you really have to cut in front of me? Everybody stop. We're going like a half a mile an hour. You gained like 15 feet, dumbass.
It wouldn't be a day if they didn't, Butcher.
Always. It's like we're stuck in rush hour traffic. Nobody's going anywhere fast, and yet you got to like dart out in front of me to save the like 30 feet. Like, come on, dude.
That was perfect the other day. Me and the wife were coming back from Pensacola, and there are these two rather scary looking women in this little Ford Taurus. They decided they were going to cut me off. Well, the guy that was in the red Dodge Ram, a couple car lengths in front of me in the other lane, saw it, and he slowed down. So we boxed them in so they couldn't
I was
go
just going to say,
anywhere.
what, you guys box them in for the Yep. That's when the CB radio that I got in the truck and other truck drivers come in handy.
Mm.
You know how many times we've been like, this idiot in front of you, like, you want to, oh, dude, I just pick it up and talk to him. We're like, we're about to box this idiot in. He's 10-4, and he'll pull behind me, and I'll back up, and I'll slow it down. You know what I mean? I'll slow it down, and he'll pull in behind me, and then the truck on the other side will pull up. So he's got nowhere to go, and he's just surrounded by commercial vehicles.
You know what makes me so mad, man? You'll see it most. I see it most in Birmingham and Montgomery. But when you get in those stop and goes on the interstate and everything, it's always one idiot come flying up on the side.
Yep. Either off the off ramp or up the left lane.
Yeah, driving all the way up on the side, and I've had tractor trailers with these over there and block them out even on the sides like that. But it's always one idiot flying up through there trying to beat everybody who's having to sit still.
You know what drives me crazy is those idiots that do that. That's what drives me nuts.
I was going to say,
I just want to, you know how badly.
I mean, I understand it if it's an exit right up there you're fixing to get off of, but we'd be a few miles between exits and you'll see them like that and everything.
Oh, you have no. I just want to open my door on them.
Yeah,
Literally,
well, Carlo don't.
Sometimes I just want to buy like an old beater to be able to do that kind of stuff with. Like,
just open the door on someone.
It makes you want to, man.
Yeah. Just buy like a $500, like a $300 to $500 car. Like, it runs, but it's a piece of crap. You know, when you see somebody coming up on the side like that, like just being a a-hole, just like, oh, sorry,
I'd be pit maneuvering everywhere.
3, 2, 1, open door, and he just runs right into it.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like the old Buford's Smoking Bandit police car by the time I got done with.
There's like no grill, no windshield. There's like a mirror missing.
I was watching that the other day, driving that old car, no roof or anything on it.
The grill's gone. It's like smoking.
You get like one of those
Junior holding his hat.
Yeah. And you get like one of those old big body like Chevy Caprices, like before they turned them into the Impalas or whatever.
Yeah. The big one-bodied ones, right? The big boat.
Yeah.
The 90s generation, yeah.
I was gonna say, Color Guppies, 35-mile-per-hour peppers. Those are fast peppers, man. But he was talking about people.
You know what aggravates me too? The people that drive 33 miles an hour in a 70.
Yeah. It's like the speed limit is 70. That means it's the slowest you can go is 70, and the fastest you can go is like 70 to 75. So not
Carlo, we got so much traffic out here that there's minimums on the highway. 45 and 55 are minimums. You can't drive.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah, we
that on
do
the-
too. They just don't enforce it. Don't seem like.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? They enforce it here because of the amount of traffic we have. They absolutely enforce it. These little, they're I mean they're nice about it, but they'll pull these they'll pull these elderly people over, and they'll redirect them off the highway. It's just the amount of traffic. They just you can't be holding it up any more than it already is. Like they won't give them a ticket, but they will enforce it. Like they'll push you off. They'll push you off. The state troopers and the DOT police will they'll push you off the highway. They'll put their lights on and force you off the highway if you're not driving fast enough.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. That's our interstates in Florida are like that.
Yeah, it's a good one to buy fish tanks. Like I say, I didn't. That's the first time I watched it in ages, and it was good watching it again.
Well, I'm telling you, right? I've clocked it. It's 54 miles from my door to the heart of Boston, the heart of the city, right? And on a Friday night in the summertime, I should say Friday afternoon in the summertime, when I'm coming back from the city, it's a 2.5 to 2 hour and 45-minute ride home to go 50 miles. It's brutal.
Yeah, I remember when I was driving from
Forget
Panama.
it. If there's a holiday, it takes me 3.5 hours to get home from the city.
Spring break and summer, when I was working out in Panama City, driving back to Fort Walton, it would take me, the longest it took me was like 3.5 hours to get. It's like a 60-mile ride.
Yeah,
it took me 3 freaking hours to get home.
Oh yeah.
See, that's the reason I just don't see how these cars are going to work that can drive their self, because it ain't no way they're going to be able to avoid these idiots cutting them off and everything.
You need a human behind it to make those kind of decisions.
I'm never buying a car that can drive itself. I don't care.
Me either.
I don't trust computers.
Do you want to know what the best anti-theft device on a car is? A stick shift. Just buy a manual transmission. Ain't nobody stealing that car on you.
Man, I no way I could trust sitting back letting that car drive itself.
A stick shift and like make all the instrument like the volume button and stuff like that. Make it all in cursive.
I'm serious. If the best anti-theft device out there is just go buy a manual transmission, because ain't none of these kids nowadays know how to drive a stick shift.
Hey, crippled generation.
Are you kidding me? I used to drive my first car was a 1987 Toyota Camry, right? I drove that car like it was Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s, like it was the number 8, dude.
Oh no!
I had a 90 Thunderbird.
Oh, I drove that car like it was the number 8.
I had a 90 Thunderbird, and that car was a tank. Like some lady in a newer Cavalier before they stopped making them rear-ended me. I had a crack in the plastic cover on the bumper. Her whole front end of her car was smashed in. And she rear-ended me at like 30 miles an hour too.
Dude, I hit a tree with that 87 Camry, and it still ran for a year and a half after that.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine too. Great to have you back.
And I backed it out of the woods and drove home after I hit the tree.
What's your mirrors? Yeah, but like I say, it ain't no way I could ever sit there and ride in a peace of mind with a car driving itself.
No, I would want to. That would bug me if I had no physical control over an automobile. That would bother me.
I'd be a nervous wreck, man, by the time you got where you was going.
But see, like I'm used to having to drive the cars, like I, you know what I mean, I'm used to driving something. Like I said, I gotta, my hands are constantly working, whether it's driving the spinning
Yeah.
the steering wheel or shifting the gears, they're
Like
constantly working.
my whole thing is like, why do we need a car drive? Like, what do people actually have to do anymore? Everything, almost everything's automated now. Like, what do people actually have to do?
I
You
know.
know, to make it through life? Like, they're gonna come out with these cars that drive themselves. Like, what's the point? Like,
I know. You
Dale
want
James.
you want to know what's funny, right? So, the about 3 years ago, I went into this coffee shop and they had lost power or something in there. Yeah, they had lost power in their system wasn't up and wasn't hadn't rebooted yet. So all the kids had to do long division and long addition and subtraction. They
oh
basically had to use
Lord,
calculators to figure out
oh,
because
man,
the stuff wasn't up and the registers weren't up and running. So they
that
had
was
to
a
use
crapshoot.
yeah, they had to use calculators, right? You want to see like a young kid start sweating? Ask him to use a calculator and see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of them these days, man. Couldn't make it from
Like,
Tennessee to Florida having to read a map.
dude, reading a map, forget about it. No, no way. Catfish,
I'm,
you remember the map books? Every city you go into, you'd have to buy a map book.
Oh, yeah, man. We used to go and, like say, it was like we was flying a plane. I had my wife reading the
Gas station.
map while I'm driving.
Yeah, you'd
mhm.
stop at the gas station in whatever state you were in. You'd buy the map book that it was in it, and you'd have
Yep.
to look it up on the grid, all the streets, and you'd have to go like that.
I'd
I'm
be
just saying, like,
driving down the interstate, and she'd hand me the map and looking at it. And it's crazy, man.
I'm just saying, people complain about life being so hard. Like, what exactly do you have to do nowadays?
Nothing.
Like this,
Literally, like they've taken a lot of the hard work stuff out of it.
like I said, pretty soon you're not even gonna have to drive your car. Like, so it's gonna drive for you. Like, I don't know. I don't want to go off on a rant right now, but it's for as a Bobby.
That would
Bobby
weird.
Bobby knows
What's up?
what I'm thinking.
That
I
would
say,
weird. That would weird me out though. Not having control over like a situation and what like a car does. You know what I mean? Like that would weird me out because like I would want to make my own decisions with an automobile on what you know what I mean. Like I don't want some computer making my mind up for me.
mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. I don't trust computers, especially when it wants to drive a car for me. Mm-mm.
Yeah, remote control lawnmowers.
Well, yeah, they got the same thing like the little vacuum robot vacuum cleaners. They got the lawnmowers now.
Yeah.
You guys know you know Tesla, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a Tesla dealership at the one of the big buildings here in the city, the Prudential Center, and it's underneath the like where they park the cars for the dealership is underneath the building. So you go down, you're gonna like test drive these cars. So they take you down into their own little section of the parking lot. And this, when I say this car practically drives itself, it practically drives itself. You basically pull this thing up to a set. They show you on a computer screen how to pull the car up, right? And you pull the car up next to this thing, and it will parallel park itself, pull itself out of a parking spot for you. And all you do is you park it how the computer screen tells you to park it, and you just hit this button, and it literally parks itself and pulls itself out of the parking spot. It's insane.
Yeah. It's amazing how these cars these days will park themselves and take themselves out of parking places. And parallel park for you and everything. I'd be a nervous wreck letting my car parallel park for me if I was sitting there.
That's something that I am doing myself.
Yeah, I'd be a nervous wreck, man.
I'm gonna grab more coffee real quick.
All right, buddy. But it's crazy how far stuff has came, though. Chewy,
Oh,
buddy.
it's come a long way. What's up? It's come a lot. Technology has come a long way, Catfish.
Oh, it has, man. In a short period of time, if you think about it.
Oh, I know. I know. A very short period of time.
Yeah, it is when you sit and think about it. It's crazy.
That's insane, John Larson. That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You see that? She didn't have to walk out to the parking lot. She just called it and it drove to the front door. What?
Can you imagine if everybody had that, though? The parking lot would be lined up, people waiting for their cars and everything.
Oh, there's always like a the flip side to things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would be great in some aspects, but oh yeah, when everybody's doing it, how many cars are gonna, you know what I mean? Like how many accidents are you gonna see because everybody's car is trying to get in the same spot?
Yeah. People be blocking the doors at Walmart's waiting on their vehicle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I tell you one thing, Catfish. I'm driving through a part of town right now that's usually that's like, you know, it's a pretty good part of Boston to live in, and I'm telling you, they're taking some of this older masonry and they're redoing it to make it, to make it more modern.
Yeah.
It's living in the city is going to be all but unreachable at some point, because I could guarantee you these apartments that I'm looking at right now are probably $4,000 a month easy.
That's crazy, boy.
Easy. I mean, people pay like $980 mortgages. You know what I mean? Never mind $4,000 $4,000 a month.
Oh, I know.
And that's like you know what I mean? Like I can't even imagine. That's like $60,000 a year just to keep the four walls and a roof over your head.
I don't know how they do it.
I don't know how they do it either. In order to live, to be honest though, I take that back. I actually know how they do it. To live in Boston, at least, I mean, in the city, you got to make $120,000 to $150,000 a year, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying 50 to 60 just to have the four walls and a roof. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
What it is about city, like the bigger cities, though, like you gotta make some money to live there.
Oh, 100 to 150 at least. If you're not making triple figures, you're not living in Boston. At least around here, you're not living in Boston. You're not. It's just and they gotta pay I think $1,500 a year if you have a car to park your car, just for one parking spot a year.
You know what's weird, my fish tank? You go back and look at some of the old Twilight Zones and stuff, and some of their shows how it predicted the future and stuff, and a lot of it's came true.
I know. It's weird.
It's crazy. You watch some of these old shows, and That was a far-fetched thing back in the show they was talking about, and we got some of that technology around now.
I'm reminded of a great movie that came out in the early 2000s called Idiocracy.
I saw that movie.
That's what today makes me think of is that movie.
I hadn't seen it, just the name got me.
Idiocracy.
It's crazy.
It's got electrolytes. Try to go cross with Gatorade or sports drink. It's got electrolytes.
You know, Walmart's up here, they had the big ideas, and they've been talking about this robot's going to come in and make changes. It's going to go down there and take care of all the outs and everything and order and all that crap. And they've already did away with it up here.
You know what?
I know it would never work because your stockers plug shelves like crazy, and that robot, it ain't no way it can get in there and take care of the stupidness.
You want to know why they're doing all this, right? Because a robot costs less than a human being.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to get rid of as many jobs as they can, so they can just put more money in their own pockets.
They got to go back to the drawing board on that one.
Why do you think they took all those? See, they don't build cars like they used to anymore because cars used to last, you know? And it's not, there's no money in making stuff last because then nobody comes back and buys another one, you know? Well, I take it back. You'll buy another one, but it's not going to be for another 15 years, you know? So they realize that there's no money in that.
Yeah, the Jetsons, the flying cars.
But yeah, back, with the older cars, like you didn't buy a new car unless you wanted to. Now,
think of how many 1940s and 50s and 60s generation cars are still running today with like 68,000 original miles on them. You know what I mean? Like they're just tanks. They just built to last. They're not built for speed. They're built for luxury. They're built for luxury and to last, you know?
Yep.
Even the big V8s that they stuffed in some of those Road Runners, you know what I mean? Like they're not really powerful considering when you take into consideration what they're stuffing in things nowadays, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I know it.
They're big, bulky V8s that put out a lot of torque, and they're just meant to last, you know? Everything in them is very simple. Everything in them is mechanical. There's not a lot of electrical stuff, you know, it's all mechanical stuff, but that's because it was easy to fix. It was easy to fix and easy to maintain. I could look under an 80s or 90s generation Toyota Camry or any, Toyota, Honda, you name it, Chevy, any of the square bodied trucks, you know, right? But you could look under the hood and in a half a day, you could fix anything you needed.
I like to say back in the day, man, you crawl in under the hood with the vehicle and work on the motor.
But you know what I mean? Like you just, in a half a day, you could fix any issue you had on those older cars. Now you're lucky if you can even do an oil change on some of them without taking it to a dealer, you know?
Oh, I know. We got 16 people in the room. Appreciate you.
In high school, right? Friday and Saturday night were party nights, right? You'd go out, you'd have your fun. And then Sunday would be after you watched your football team compete, right? After I would watch the Patriots, I would crawl under the hood and make sure that my car could get from point A to point B Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
And then it was just like rinse, wash, repeat. because Sundays were for football and fixing your crack box, rust bucket that you were driving around.
Yeah.
Because I drove heaters around in high school. I had to pay for my own cars.
John Francis, great seeing you.
My parents were like, "Look, we'll pay we'll pay the insurance money, but guess what? You're buying the car and you're putting gas in it."
Yep. Hell, I had to get my own insurance.
And they would make me fix it. They would.
Yeah.
You're in charge of fixing it, putting gas in it, and maintaining it. We'll pay the insurance, but everything else, that's on you. So I learned real young that how to like manage money and that money meant a lot. Like any money you earned because you earned it.
B&D Crass, Mr. Manifesto. GRB, buddy.
Morning, GRB.
No, hey, freedom pills, Dale James. That reminds me, I have to get some freedom pills as well. I'm running low on a little bit of Merca as of late. The Merca supply in Beantown's household has diminished as of late, so we have to solve that. But I'm going up to New Hampshire to Bass Pro this weekend. That issue will be resolved. We will resolve that problem.
Y'all, I don't know if you see the video. Somebody's got a video out showing a Bass Pro. It says it's in Tennessee. And they're talking about that Bass Pro. They showed their tank, but they were doing over the top view. And they showed a sign of Uncle Bud's Catfish. And they was talking about the only Bass Pro where you can come out and pick your fish out and eat it too. It was crazy.
Well, if that's the case, I'm going to be like, I want that crappie and I want him on a sandwich run now.
Yeah. And it said in Tennessee. I said it ain't in Nashville because we don't have that Uncle Bud's there in our mall or in our Bass Pro, but that was crazy video, man.
I want that one, and I want him with some tartar sauce.
Ouch.
Oh, boy. 12 people in the room. I'm gonna run through my members again, y'all.
All right.
Mr. Chewy. Appreciate all of y'all. Oh, man. I had a 73 Impala. Hardest thing to get started.
Yeah, they don't make them like they used to, man. They don't, and they don't make them like that for a reason, because they lasted.
Yeah.
Why do you think that old classic car market's like still like thriving today? Because there's a ton of parts still out there for all those cars, for all those cars, and they just last. Like everything that should have been made of metal is made of metal. There's none like these cars were freaking tanks back in the day.
That's the reason they're still getting restored. But these cars here, they won't be around. They'll be disintegrated by that time.
That's what I mean. Like they're just built better. They're just built better.
Yeah.
The quality of everything in them is just better.
Ain't no doubt. Oh, man. 13 people in the room.
If this dude on a bike cuts out in front of me one more time, I'm gonna splatter him all over my hood without hesitation. Seriously, I'm gonna have to peel him off my grill if he keeps going the way he's going.
Somehow or another, it got clicked on. I don't know how that happened. All right. Y'all, right now, we got 15 in the room. Let's do a roll call where I can shout everybody out and let me know where you're from. And give you a shout out. Butcher Block, I'll start with him from Boston, y'all. Yeehaw! Mr. Furloughs down in the panhandles of Florida. Yeehaw! Catfish Terry, Nashville, Tennessee, y'all. Yeehaw! I know, yes, Stephanie's in Maine. That's what I was just getting ready to say.
Hey, my fish tank's in Illinois. There you go.
My fish tank.
B&D Crafts in Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi, B&D Crafts. My fish tank, you say, is Illinois.
Yep. It's Illinois.
Mr. Manifesto, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I hate stupid people in Kansas.
Hey, Mr. Manifesto, I got friends that live in Yardley.
Sign Scout still with us, Kerry.
I got friends that live in
Missouri.
Yardley, PA.
GRB, 7:45 in the evening, Western Australia. Color Guppies, Maryland.
There's the Terminator there at GRB, since he doesn't sleep.
Yeah, really.
It wouldn't surprise me if GRB's got that robotic arm. I swear.
Lunatic Jupiter. Better known as British Columbia, Canada. Where's Steve at this morning?
He was in here earlier. He was in here earlier, I think.
Was he?
Yeah. I hate stupid people. Hello.
Yeah, great having you in here. I hate 16 people in the room. Everybody's starting to wake up and stretch.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna be headed into a tunnel here. I gotta drop something off. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Oh, it's unreal what those cars go for in that show on those auctions.
Oh yeah, the Meekum ones. Yeah.
It makes me wish I had plenty of money, man. That's one thing I'd have. I'd have me, if I was rich, man, I'd have me a heck of a car garage.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Sorry, walking kids and let the dogs out. Waking kids. I'm fixing to walking. Man, I need to get some glasses. I could just picture the kids and dogs on a leash walking them outside.
I don't know. I hate, like, they have them car auctions. They got all these real nice old cars going over the block, and then they'll sit there and put like a plain Jane looking Mercedes over the block, and it'll go for like 200, 300,000. I'm like, what?
People go crazy over it.
I'm like, who freaking cares? Like, you got all these beautiful classic cars, and you throw them like a 90s Mercedes in there. I mean, to me, them cars are ugly.
Oh, I know.
Only thing Mercedes makes that I would ever drive would be a McLaren.
What's that one car? I'm trying to think of it. A lot of your stars, players and stuff has got them. Shaquille's got one, I think. I seen it in that tank, and he let one of them drive it. Is it a Bentley or
a Bentley or a Rolls Royce one too?
Well, it looked almost like a Charger, except it was one of these expensive.
No.
But I don't know if it was Bentley was the name or what. But it was unreal how much that car cost, and I just don't see it in them, man. Where's all the money at? They just don't look that special or anything. I mean, I can see it in these old cars being restored and everything, but it's crazy. That thing better grill me a steak while I'm driving and everything.
Mm-hmm. For being as ugly as they are, yeah. I don't know, just like them, like luxury cars don't really do nothing for me. Like BMW, Mercedes, any of those. I prefer like a Camaro or a Mustang or a Corvette, something like that.
Yeah.
Or if I had to make a choice, it'd be a '66 Chevelle, you know. But.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Just like they put, like Mercedes, on the old cars, they put windshield wipers on the headlights. Like, why you got windshield wipers on your headlights for? Like, is raindrops on your headlights really going to affect the way they shine? I mean,
like you can really tell that you're. I got a wiper out on my headlight.
Yeah. I'll tell you what my dream car is a Shelby Cobra, a real one.
Oh yeah, man.
You got that big old pipes coming out the sides, and that big old roll bar in the back with the drop top.
I always loved them, man.
That's my favorite car of all time.
Well, I'd just like to drive one, see what it felt like to drive one.
Yeah, I hate to be able to come in. Windshield wiper on the headlights would have came in handy on a mud truck rather than a Mercedes.
Yeah, it's true. It's just something else extra for them to show, and that'd probably up the price 10,000.
I don't know. I've never been a those Mercedes style cars. Never. They just like they don't do nothing for me. Now a McLaren, like I said, a McLaren, I would drive the hell out of a McLaren F1. When I went to West Palm to visit my uncle, they had an actual McLaren dealership down there, and I was drooling when I was driving by that place.
If I was going to have anything, though, I'd still take one. These new cars today, I'd still take something like that Hellcat or something.
Yeah.
And
I would, if I had the choice of like, I guess you call them sports cars now, or fast cars, whatever you want to call them. It'd be either a Charger, or a Challenger, or Hellcat.
yeah,
Because a Mustang, like the new Mustangs, are ugly. I don't like them.
I know.
A Corvette, now the brand new Corvettes look like Ferraris now. They're pretty sharp looking. My uncle just got a 2020, and he sent me pictures of it. That thing is sharp.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always wanted a that.
And then they got the what do you call it? The ZL1 Camaro that they had come out like a year or so ago. Those are nice.
Yeah, I like the Camaros.
There's one cruise that cruises around town where I live, and it's all blacked out, and it is beautiful. Like black on black on black, triple black. Or murdered out, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
It'd either be a ZL1 or one of them Hellcats is the two that I would choose from.
300,000. It's just no way, man.
For what?
Oh, my fish tank.
Oh, Bugatti.
Yeah, Bugatti, 300,000.
I mean, they're prettier than the Mercedes, but I still wouldn't spend that much.
Yeah, but 300,000, man. It's ridiculous. You go pay for a house what you get for a car.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's got one of the newer Camaros that come out. It's one of the Transformers edition. It's the Decepticon edition of the Camaro. That one's pretty sharp too.
Yeah, I bet it is. That's a lot of clams, Mr. Manifesto.
It's a lot of skin. I mean,
nah, me either, color.
66 Mustang. Yeah, I can't get into the newer ones either. I mean, whenever I hear one going down the road, I don't know if it's just the way people have them tuned around here. Whenever I hear them going down the road, it sounds like they have a tin can muffling the muffler. And it sounds horrible, like absolutely horrible.
Yeah, anything these days, man, it's about the slickest thing out there other than the Camaro and the Hellcats is just a nice, in my books, a nice Dodge truck, man. I still like the Dodge trucks and over any of these cars just about anymore. Like, say, the Mustangs, they finally got the Mustangs looking pretty good, then they start changing them and
They like it looks like they stretched out the Mustang, like, and just like left it.
I think all that comes from NASCAR too. They're trying to they've moved NASCAR up to running these Camaros and Mustangs, so
Y'all
I
hear
think
me?
that's the reason they stretched them out. Yeah, we got
Yeah,
you.
we got you.
All right, good. My favorite generation of Mustang was the 2000 to 2004 looks. Those are my favorite look.
Mhm.
Before they stretched them out and made them all sleek and everything.
Yeah.
And then so I take that back. The 67 Mustang was probably my favorite body style.
Yeah.
Then the 2000 to 2004 after that.
I don't know, Chew. It'd be awful cold up there on a horse where you're at. Said he'd rather have a horse.
They eat less fuel. Yeah, but they also crap in the street.
Be hard to get fuel up there in Canada. Unless they ate snow.
Oh, I would double it up too. I would be taking those little balls of horse doo doo there, and I'd have me a little be slingshotting it at people.
The simple days back in the day where you pull up and show everybody your new wagon and your horse, got new springs on your seat.
The hell with a slingshot. Just get a potato launcher or a t-shirt launcher and like just stuff it, and then.
Oh, we made speaking of like hillbilly ingenuity, we made us a tater cannon one year up in Maine. That was a lot of fun. The chamber that you spray the hairspray, you know what I mean? Like the chamber was like 22 inches long. Oh, it was we would waste like half a can of spray, a half a can of like hairspray. But I tell you one thing, that tater would get launched. We'd shoot that thing like 200 yards.
I see they got used to be some shows show them have stuff like that, shooting those pumpkins out and everything, those cannons. Neighbors got calling law out and everything because this one guy had one made and it was making such loud bangs. They thought he was setting bombs off.
See, now a tater gun or like a pumpkin gun is one thing, but like the best one ever was when the Mythbusters made the chicken cannon. That's what I would be shooting with mine. I'd put that chicken in a sabo and shoot that sucker at people.
Yeah. Pumpkin chunker, yeah.
Seriously.
Cooper Bay.
That chicken.
Morning, Coop.
$16 people in the room, y'all. Tamara, how you doing? Overslept? I know what I'm feeling.
Don't feel bad, Tamara. I overslept too.
I was running late. I had to let Butcher say hello to everybody.
I took a Tylenol PM last night because to help me sleep through the night, and it helped me sleep, but it made me sleep late.
I always wondered if they really helped you or not.
The Tylenol PMs will help you sleep for a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Really?
Wake up with like your hair all matted to one side, a beard going another way.
Oh, yeah, every time like that, absolutely. Those Tylenol PMs will knock you out. You're
wake
done.
up like what year is it?
Oh, I tell you though, they put you out. They will put you to sleep. You take that thing, and in like a half hour, you're like, "Yep, done. Good night." Like you said, you'll wake up and be like, "What year is it?" Yeah, they work. That's a fact.
I don't think Uggs are made in Australia anymore, are they, GRB?
Oh, don't get me started on those.
We got a fine line. We could get anything started with you, Furlough. We had to go through a checklist, man.
Me and Furlow have the same outlook on the world.
Y'all got a lot in common.
And it's not bright.
Had to check everything off. Can't talk about this. Can't talk about this.
You can talk about it all you want, but you're going to get my
don't
opinion.
Don't get them started on it.
So you're going to get my opinion on it.
Yeah, you might not like the opinion. That's the problem.
I take it your wife don't have no Uggs.
I mean, she had a pair. I don't think they were Uggs. I think they were imitation, but because she's smart and she won't spend that much money on a pair of ugly boots.
It is crazy, something ugly and simple like that in the house. It's like these purses, man. Some of these purses, they're nothing, and when you see how much they cost for just for the name, it's crazy.
Oh, my girlfriend bought one. I want to say, I don't know, maybe a month ago, she bought one, and she's like, "Oh, I got a really good deal on it." And she told me the price, and I almost had a.
I tell you, if Catfish Mama ever walked in with one there. You better let me think it's a knockoff. I just don't see it, boy.
Like my wife's not a brand snob. Like she has a couple things that are brand name, but most of the stuff she gets it because she wants it, not because it's a brand name. But her sister, on the other hand, is a total opposite. She is a brand snob. Like when she gets a cooler, it's got to be a Yeti. When she gets shoes, it's got to be like the Uggs or something really expensive. A purse, it's got to be like Michael Kors.
See, that same thing, the Yeti coolers. I'd love to have one, but I ain't gonna spend that kind of money for one.
Yeah. I always say I wouldn't buy one myself, but if somebody wants to buy me one, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I'd take it. I'd love to have one, but I can't bring myself to spend that kind of money.
Here's what I'll say about the Yetis, because I'm a lunatic and I have two of them.
I'm sure they're great, man. I'd love to have one, but I ain't gonna spend that money.
They are worth the money.
Yeah,
they are everything that they advertise. All that you hear about, it's all true. It's true. They are excellent coolers. They are.
Oh, they're good. Yeah,
they're heavy duty, and they keep things cold for days. And I mean, like, you could leave a bag of ice in there, and it in the middle of summer, and in 2 days come back, and there would still be ice.
I'm not saying they're not worth the money. I'm just saying
But they are ridiculously priced. They are ridiculously priced.
Now I can see it if you had one of these fishing boats, charter boats, or something. If it helped your business, you spend the money.
That's why we got them. Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, as far as having one here, I'd love to have one, but man, I couldn't never spend that kind of money for it.
Just like people buying brand name jeans that look like they got in a fight with a werewolf or a weed eater and paying like $100 for them, and they got rips in them.
Yeah, stuff I've thrown out. These country music stars and everything's paying big money for them.
The other day, I told the girlfriend this we were talking about this the other day. I was like, I could run something over with a lawnmower and charge $150 for it, and so some girl would pay it.
My sister showed up to the house one time with those kind of jeans. I was like, "Did you get in a fight with a werewolf on the way over here?"
It must. Did you get mugged on the way here?
She's like, what do you mean? I was like, why are there so many rips in your jeans? Like, did you do this? She's like, no, I bought them like this. I was like, I'm sure you paid a premium for them too. I could have bring all your jeans over here. I can cut holes in them for you. Like,
I'll run it over with the lawnmower and you'll be just fine. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, man. John was talking $400 purse. I was talking more like probably 3,000 or 4,000 for a purse. You see some of these actresses had and everything, and it's.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't look nothing special. It's just the name.
300 or 400 for one thing, for high quality leather and high quality craftsmanship. That's one thing. But like you're saying, Catfish, like $4,000, $8,000
for a purse.
Purses, yeah, it's like, come on now. Do you really need a diamond encrusted purse? You really? Do you?
But I mean, when you look at it, it's just you think $4,000 it'd be something just really pop or something, but it's not. Just the name they buy.
have you seen? Either of y'all been shoe shopping lately, like at like a sports store or something? Like some of these shoes, they look like something like the Moon Man would wear.
It's like a clown show. It really is.
And they're charging like $120 for a pair of shoes that look like that I wouldn't be caught dead in. Like,
Stephanie, I take those ripped jeans and put patches on them. Yeah, brand names like Kraft mac and cheese.
mm-hmm. They're like them stupid Kanye West shoes, the Yeezys or whatever.
The Yeezys.
Those things are ugly as all hell, man.
The Yeezys. Do you know they have cleats now for that too, right? Yeezy makes cleats too.
Oh my god.
It'd be the new trend.
The Yeezy cleats. Like, what the heck? What?
I seen something on TV was neat yesterday though. This boy was in there trying to buy an engagement ring for his girlfriend.
When Shaq bought the ring,
and he was talking about trying to arrange a payment plan, and Shaq walked up to the guy and handed the guy his credit card.
That was
paid for it.
He's like, how much for the ring? And he's like, I'll get it. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty cool of Shaq, man.
He does a lot of that though. Shaq does a lot of charity work. Like he does a lot of he does stuff like that a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
See, a lot of them celebrities should take notes from him, like the way
that's right.
The way he acts and stuff. Like he don't really act like a celebrity, you know. He acts like a normal guy.
Yeah, he was in there just shopping for himself, and I heard the boy talking about trying to arrange payments for it.
Same with like Keanu Reeves. Like he's just a normal guy, just movie star, you know.
Oh, dude, Keanu Reeves is the man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Gnarly.
Hee-haw!
But it's a lot of these sports guys, you would never see them do anything like that.
Oh, there's a lot of them that are that you know. And then there's a select few out there that like they're smart with their money and they're, you know what I mean, like you could tell the ones who have the good agents and the good money managers around them. They tell them, when you get your big contracts there, spend your endorsement money and save all the rest of that crap. You know what I mean? Save it. Save as much money as you can, so they live off their endorsement and all their other stuff, jersey sales, all they'll live off of that.
Yeah.
Now, Steph and Cameron, I understand nice pairs of boots and stuff. You get what you pay for and a lot of that stuff, but Just these
Oh,
purse, man. I just don't see how a purse is worth $4,000.
that's my weakness there, Catfish. I got like 6 pairs of cowboy boots, six or
Yeah.
8 cowboy boots.
But
Yeah,
those things will last you about a lifetime.
Oh yeah.
I love a good pair of boots, like especially my work boots. Mine are even the most expensive. I got them from Bass Pro, the Redhead brand, and I've had them for 3 years, and they haven't even started cracking or anything yet.
I buy Redhead and Red Wing. Those are the only boots that I'll buy because they literally last forever. Redhead snow boots for the wintertime, and then the Red Wing work boots for the summer, spring, and fall.
They must really have Catfish Mama busy this morning. She ain't even popped in. And Carver, he probably can't reach in his pocket get his phone.
He probably passed out in the back, hiding, sleeping. He's like on some pile of some cardboard boxes, just passed out.
That would be me right now if I was still working in a store. I'd say Carver would be singing my song right now.
Oh, I for anybody who works retail, I give you guys all the credit in the world. I could never, ever do that ever. I would probably. I would legit get fired in 6 hours if I worked retail. Now, like literally, probably 6 hours.
Oh, I know. Like I always think about it, like if I were to go back to retail, I probably wouldn't last that long. Like I'm surprised I made it 15 years.
Oh, half a day, dude. I would last half a day. I guarantee it.
My LL Bean gumshoes are 8 years old and still going strong.
But that's what I mean. LL Bean's a good brand too. You know what you get, what you pay for with them. They're a good brand too. I have like rain gear from LL Bean that's like 6 years old and it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me a little bit more coffee.
So another hour. Good to know. Cool.
I don't know about another hour, but I'm gonna have me a little bit more coffee. I'll be right back.
Every word is 10 minutes, so we're good. You're good.
Yeah, good pair of boots. I'll spend money on.
I'll spend. See, I'm practical with money. If you told me, if you told me, like if I need stuff on a job, like if I know, like rain gear, furlough, we need that. Like guys who work, like you need that. Good boots, you need because you're on your feet. You know what I mean? Like I'll spend where I need to spend. You know?
Right. I am. Like my tools. I buy good tools. Like I spend money on tools because again, what you get what you pay for with tools.
Well, and working at like if you have something that breaks, as like the tool is nowhere near as expensive as you are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the most important part for you is to stay on the job because you going to get a tool is useless. You know what I mean? Like you're not getting anything done, any work done. You're just driving. So like the tool is nothing. Spend the couple $100 on the tool. You can so it'll keep you on the job.
That's why I got I have 2 impact drills. Just to pull something out. Pull a random subject out of my head. 2 DeWalt impact drills. That way, if one of them fries or something, I got another one I can just go grab out of the truck and keep working rather than go drop $200 at Lowe's to get another one and waste a half hour driving there.
That's what I'm saying. I would if you're telling me that there was a $200 one and a $300 one, and the $300 one would last me 5 years, and the $200 one might last me 6 months. Guess what? I'm spending the extra $100 for the 5 years.
Yeah.
Tamara says she's got bad feet, so she won't buy stuff that doesn't feel. Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not comfortable. Absolutely, no. I feel you there. Like I said, Red Wing boots to me are some of the best boots you'll ever buy, and I started buying them like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I've like in like my industry, the construction industry, we beat ever living crap out of equipment and clothes and everything. You know what I mean? Like the trades for a low in general. The trades in general just beat the out of everything.
It's like, so I bought those boots probably 3 years ago. And like I said, they're you can tell they're worn, but there's no holes in them. There's no cracks in the soles or nothing. I put them on and it's like, they're like, it's like wearing shoes to me.
Yep.
And I've probably gone through 6 or 7 pairs of shoes since I bought those boots.
I have the boots that I'm wearing right now are redheads. And the only thing that's wrong with them is the leather over the steel toe is wore out and is wore off. That's about it.
See you, buddy. Furlough, do you have tops on your tanks?
Yeah, I got the glass tops.
You buy them like that, or you just have some fitted, or what?
Oh, you can buy them they make them for most sizes of tanks, unless you got like a real crazy size.
Yeah.
Then you might have to have them custom made. But I mean, for the most part, they make them for the size of the tank.
See, I thought about getting me a 20 long, but I was just going to buy the tank, but I didn't know what to do about the top and the lighting for it and everything.
They make a glass lid for the 20 long.
Do they?
Yeah. The other dog's up now. I got to let him out before he pees on something.
All right.
So.
Wearing Muskins.
Oh, I forgot which. Oh man, I took a wrong turn. Oh, dang it! Now I'm gonna end up in the shitty part of town. This isn't gonna be. I took a wrong turn. Now I gotta go all the way. Now I gotta do a big loop.
New England. Hee-haw! Fish on. Hee-haw! Appreciate you joining us.
Furlough, can you tell from the ambulance where I'm at? you know where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing, lady? Out of the way. Thank you. Oh, yeah.
I noticed Mary Page had another Instagram, another message on Messenger that she's been getting hacked on Instagram.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's happened again, evidently.
Tell her to change your passwords up.
Yeah.
I don't care for Instagram.
I have an Instagram account, but I never use it. Ever.
That's me. I never use the thing, Harley.
I'm on there, but I'm on there, but I'm hardly on there.
Hey, Furlough, that intersection is clear today. That's a shocker.
Oh wow, nice.
Furlough, on that glass top, does it have an opening to feed the fish or anything? Or
it's hinged, so you can like open up.
So they're hinged. All right.
Yeah,
I didn't know what to do.
Aqueon makes them, and then another brand makes them. A lot of the fish stores sell them. If not, you can probably order it on Amazon or one of them sites.
And I guess you can just put some kind of light strip on it or something to have your lighting.
Yeah.
I checked on PetSmart's got the 20 long for $40, $39.99.
Yeah.
Oh. I checked Petco and all of them. I was hoping maybe they had the $1 a gallon sale going on, but they didn't. I wonder how much those tops run.
They're not too bad. It depends on the size you need.
The bigger ones are probably $30 to $50, depending on the size.
Yeah.
If memory serves correct.
That's only reason these other ones I bought the kits, because by the time you get to figuring buying everything separate, it runs into a lot more money.
It's an expensive hobby, man. No doubt. No doubt.
Al, Wet Sox.
Hee-haw!
Great seeing you.
Well, boys, I'm going to hop off here and eat some breakfast so I can get these guys going here in about 30 minutes.
All right, buddy.
And then I got to take my truck to the shop and get them new treads put on there. So,
yeah, like I say, hopefully they'll call you on your other one.
I hope so.
Man, we're already been streaming 2 hours. I cannot.
Doesn't feel like
Goes
that
by
one.
quick.
It does, man. I can't believe that.
All right. I will see y'all later.
All right, babe.
Easy,
Hope to see you tonight, man.
Yep. I'll be around.
All right. Y'all tonight at 8 o'clock. Catfish Theory panel stream.
I'll have to hop in after I get done with mine. I'll hop in.
Get your going on.
Yeah. I got me a Celtic game tonight.
How are they doing right now, Butcher?
They're actually like 6-1. So
really?
They're playing a lot.
Yeah, that ain't bad. I thought they was doing worse. We lost Beantown, y'all. Against the flow. I use a clear polycarbonate greenhouse stuff. Is it easy to cut against the flow? Easy to cut. Yeah, I can't go out and pay no $40, $50 for a lid. That's the reason I was wondering what I could do about that. I'm looking at some catfish. Me and Peplin talking about it, Steph. I can't actually pronounce the name, but we was talking about them, and I've Brian said they'll become my favorite fish, and I do like the looks of them, but they're SYNODONTIS catfish. Triple J. with a carpenter's knife. Really, I need to check that out.
What's up, Catfish?
Hey, man, lost you there for a minute.
Yeah, I got another phone call. It doesn't stop.
Xenodontus. Dantus. They look good though. I hate. Yeah, mornings flew by, boy.
Yeah, it went by quick this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, they would be. I hate.
What's up, Terry?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Not much. I jumped up to let you know. You can use plexiglass.
Yeah, I thought about that, and it wouldn't have to be cut perfect where I could slide it back and forth or something.
You could get it cut exactly to the size of that little notch that's on there, that the lid sits on. That's
Yeah.
how I have. That's how I have two of the smaller tanks. You know, why go out and spend $30 or $40 on a tank? You know, with the $15-20, I made three. I can make 3 lids.
Yeah, see, that'd be good.
Yep. And you cut it to the size you want. You cut your own notches. You customize the way you want.
I could cut a little notch out where I could feed them or anything.
Exactly. You got the notches for little notches for the water lines and stuff like that. It cuts real smooth with a grinder.
Xenodontus.
You use an angle grinder, yeah.
Yep. You get nice, beautiful cuts.
Yeah, that'd be good. Like I say, I can't go pay no $40-50 for a lid or.
You know, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that one, and many in the fish fam are as well.
Yeah, and I was looking around last night. The tank, $39, $40, not too bad, but I got to looking around at lights and lids, and man, it was what I was finding was ridiculous. In my books, it's costing more than what the tank would cost.
Fish keeping is an expensive hobby. It is.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I find that you're better off like with the lights, searching.
What do you think? Why do you think people out here, out in the, you got to come up with if you can't financially do it, you got to come up with creative ways to make it work.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this tank though, I'm just thinking about putting together a tank especially for something like that. They're not going in with my little fish or nothing.
That's dope, Al. Al uses clear Gorilla Glue tape as hinges. That's smart. Thank you. I'll take that tip.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. It's clear, it's unsightly.
It's like everything else, man. I know it's tips out there can save you money and everything.
Yeah, with the light situation, don't look for aquarium lights. Look at different lightings that can suit you, that you can use. Yeah, because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Just like if you're trying to look for anything, like say for instance, a fillet knife. I don't look for a fillet knife under the fishing section. It's more expensive because it has fishing branded on it.
Yeah.
But if I go to the kitchen area, I can get the same fillet knife, even a better one for less money.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Mr. Manifesto, I was thinking about going with some eco substrate on this one and try doing more of a plant deal and stuff too.
Think about putting a sand cap on it or just the dirt?
I I thought maybe just the dirt. What I've seen on some of them, I really like the looks of them and everything with that eco.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah,
Something different, you know.
the Eco Complete is expensive over here. It's $35 for a 20-pound bag over here.
Really.
Yeah.
Catfish might be doing a sand cap, y'all.
Well, you're in a different area than I am, you know, so it might be cheaper where you are.
I don't know. I'll just, like I say, I might wind up just moving my platinum, my pastels in here and putting the tank there. But I got thinking about putting a 20 long there with catfish in it would be something neat and everything. So I don't know. I'm still playing around with it. I just thought it got talking with Pepper and everything. It'd be neat to have some catfish and stuff.
You know what I noticed at the fish stores? What they have, the way they have it set up, one light they'll have it across several fish tanks. So one light will service several fish tanks.
Oh, really?
Yes. I've seen a couple of people in the fish family, they have their setup like that as well. That's sort of what Chewy Chewy just said, lunatic.
Well, my light on my angelfish right here is actually an under the countertop cabinet light that I took down. It's a fluorescent light that I took down. I got Catfish Mama LED under the cabinet lights for Christmas. So I took the old light and got it on that. And it's working fine on that angelfish tank.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing too. You can get one of those old fluorescent one, the fluorescent holders. They're pretty inexpensive, and you put an LED light on it, and you got something viable.
Eye on yard sales, yeah. Yeah, I just like get the tank and get a top over it for now. And like say lighting, I can worry about. I can make it with some other rig ups and stuff till I got it actually the way I want it. That is, if I go with that, I might just move that other tank in here of the pastels and put in there. I don't know yet. I'm just weighing some options. I'm not going to put a lot in there. Chewy.
Oh, you want to hold a catfish? Huh?
Hi.
You trying to have a catfish?
Yeah, I was thinking about getting that 20-gallon long and putting some oh man, I forgot how to pronounce it. That's going to be my problem, man.
No. Listen, we all get tongue-tied, man.
Well, it's just some of those words, man. Synoditis or something like that, catfish.
Don't attempt it.
I thought about getting something like that and put maybe 3 or 4 of them in the tank.
I'm quick to use layman's terms.
Well, I've already got my angelfish here. I just thought a catfish be something different.
Synodontis?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they get big?
They got dwarfs. They don't get but 1.5 inches. And the other ones, they got some other ones don't get about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches.
Yeah, all right. Catfish Terry trying to get a mascot.
Peplin said 20 long's plenty big enough for him. Yeah, I thought it'd be neat to have a tank with just some catfish. I tell you, another catfish I seen looks pretty dang neat is that I know they're pretty common too. I forget the actual name of them, but they was a Petrus or something like that. They man, they got real long whiskers on them.
He's saying that those catfish like to be in numbers. So they maybe like to be like two or three together, 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, but Peplin said he's kept one in his tank, but they got different breeds of them, like everything else. Have a 55-gallon just sitting there. Yeah, my problem now, I ain't really got room for a 55-gallon, and
You have to go over there and cut down some of them walls, Terry, and make some space.
yeah.
Cut a hole in the wall and get it in there.
Yeah, exactly. I hate, like I say, I thought about doing the tank for my mascot and everything. I ain't got to have a tank full of them, but have me a few catfish and you know, it's true catfish, not just koi's. Yeah, I thought about 3 maybe. That's what I was thinking.
What's up, Maple Street?
Maple Street.
Hee-haw!
Yeah, he
But
said maybe
Peplin said he's had them in with his angelfish. Got one in with his angelfish, and he said they will eat the angelfish eggs, but he uses them to trim his population down anyways, where he gets too many eggs. Oh, I did. I see videos with them have dang tankfuls of them, man. Just, I wish I could think of that other one too, because it's pretty wicked catfish too. But man, they fly all over the tank. That's the thing about it. Some of these don't hide like some catfish does. They're out in the open where you can see them and everything.
The weather's warming up and I feel cold. My pickup got messed up yesterday, Terry.
What happened, bud?
I was driving. I was stopped at a light, and I'm going to make a left turn, and the damn tire almost fell off. It just went to the side, the left tire and on the front.
Dang, man. Tie rod, something broke?
I'm not a mechanic. I don't know. But I will be a mechanic when I go to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no choice. I do most of the mechanical work on my truck myself.
You had to get it towed in?
Yeah, I got lucky. I have a family friend.
You probably had a tie rod. You probably had a tie rod or a you know what it probably was, since it said it folded up like that. Probably a control arm.
Yeah.
Bullhead catfish don't need a huge tank.
Yeah. And I'm over here waiting for the tow truck, and the cop pulls up and says he has to he's gonna call a tow truck for me because he has to move me. So I tell him, I'm like, who's gonna pay for the tow truck? Then he doesn't answer me. They're like, I have a tow truck on the way. So you're like, oh, but you're blocking the road. I was like, how am I blocking the road? I'm on the side. Traffic is flowing, and I was like, you need me to put the reflectors or your thing down or flares? He's like, no, no, I'll be your reflector or flares. But he's insisting on calling the tow truck. So
Yeah,
you
so
know,
they can charge. So they can charge you on it.
yeah. So that's why I continue to say I have a tow truck on the way. So who's gonna pay for the tow truck that you're mentioning? I keep telling him he doesn't answer. So you know, I know he was trying to get me to pay and stuff.
Yeah. Catfish Mama.
Yeehaw!
The Catfish Mama.
Told
Right.
everybody you must be busy this morning. You haven't popped in.
My brother will come over later on. Let me know what's going on with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it from there.
Is that your only vehicle?
At the moment, it is.
Is it? That's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, man.
It's always something, man.
I just take things in stride. That's it.
That's all you can do. You can't stress out over it.
No, no, I would look a whole lot older, a lot quicker, a lot young, long time ago. I would have stressed over things. I think I would have grayed at 22.
Yeah. Well, it's like that song, Chewy. You don't always get what you want.
Facts.
I might put about 3 together and they'll have to live with it.
What's up, Ace? Nah, Ace, it's a Dodge.
Ace, buddy.
Yeehaw!
That's that, I think the Pictus. That's one of them I seen that looked pretty neat.
The Pictus? Yeah. You said it right. You pronounced it right. Pictus.
I think that's the one I seen. They got a real long whiskers on them. They was really neat looking, and they're actually more common. I noticed a lot of your fish stores had them. Those other ones are said they can be hard to find at times. You doing all right, Ace? Al Whitlock still with us. Everybody saying hi to Catfish Mama. Ace be back.
Catfish Mama in the house.
Yeah. Hit that thumbs up, Catfish Mama.
How's my mic? How's my sound over here?
Oh, you sound good on my end. Mike's Aquatics.
Yeehaw!
Appreciate you coming in.
What's up, Mike?
Way ahead of it.
If this idiot hits my truck trying to unload it, ooh,
Catfish Mama
we're gonna
coming on
have
the
we're,
pony
we're about
tonight?
to throw, we're about
Tonight.
to throw we're about to throw hands, Catfish.
Nah, I'm too late for her on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
She goes to bed early.
If this dude on this forklift hits my truck, Catfish, we're about to throw hands.
Oh, butcher. Fantastic fish, friends. Great having you.
Yeehaw!
What's up, Fantastic Fish?
Appreciate you coming in.
like I told you
Hey,
before, Catfish, I got a feeling that some of these guys driving these forklifts around couldn't spell forklift.
Probably.
They give anyone a forklift license. Says, dude, that's stupid. You have to have a forklift license to operate a forklift nowadays.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't even have air brakes.
A hydraulics link.
Y'all got 15 people in the room, and I'm going to throw my members out there right quick.
Yeehaw.
Hee-haw!
Appreciate all of y'all. Like I say, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just
Oh, that's not
Catfish
good.
keeps saying swimming in his head, yeah. Plenty of room for more members, y'all. I'd love to get in there and have to reset my board again. Got 2 new ones yesterday. We're back up to 40.
There you go.
Who's the new ones?
T's Fish Tank.
All right. Yeehaw.
And Mr. Manifesto.
Hee-haw!
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah. Welcome, guys.
I tell you, I enjoy what's that, Butcher?
I said Catfish Terry member gang.
Yeah, I love getting in there, having to redo my board. I don't like having to go in there and redo it when people drops out. But I love to get in there and work on it when people's adding in.
It's like one of those things. I hate to see you go, but I love to see you leave. Anyway.
But I appreciate all of y'all. And like Steve says, man, all of you a member just by watching those videos and stuff, y'all. I know not everybody can afford to be a member. I can't afford to be members, but love to be, but I can't. But you watch those videos, you're a member.
Who's in front with the commercial watching? Who's on the leaderboard?
Oh, man, I don't know. I wish you could keep up who watched the video commercials. That'd be neat. I try watching them all unless they're ridiculous anymore for anybody I go in, because once you get monetized and everything, you find out how important it is.
You know what I wanted to ask you, Terry, and you could tell me in the future. Do you get more if I watch a 7-second commercial or 30-second commercial, or do you get more if I was to watch a 3 to 5 minute commercial?
You know, I don't actually know how it works. Butcher might know more about it, but man, it's broke down where it's just you're talking fractions of pennies, anyways.
Yeah, but they add up.
Yeah, they add up. So you have to get to measuring the fractions what you're making off of them. As far as commercials, you ain't making that much money off of them, but it adds up. I mean, every nickel counts.
Yeah, it's 7 cents.
At the end of 30 days, man, if everybody's in there watching commercials, you know.
Yeah, you got more than a cup, way more than a cup of coffee. You got more than lunch right there.
Yeah, it adds up, and no matter what it is, you know.
What's up, Carver family?
Carver, how you feeling?
Hee-haw!
Mr. Baseball. He looked like he was walking in a body cast this morning.
Hey, I was checking yesterday. Tennessee's not that far away. When I come to think about it, it's only like 13 hours away.
Yeah, you know, if you sit and think about it, it ain't that bad. It just, man, used to, I didn't mind driving anymore. I hate driving. It's loosened up a lot.
You know where they messed up driving at? Besides gas, because, like if you have a modern car and a highway, doesn't really, what I'm saying, you don't waste too much gas on the highway. But the tolls.
Yeah.
Those tolls start adding up quick with the further.
Y'all got a lot of tolls up there.
We got tolls up everywhere. It's like no matter which way you turn, it's a toll.
We don't have no tolls around here.
Oh man, we got tolls. But then the roads they are like shortcuts as well. So
you can go from here all the way to Florida and not hit a toll.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. The jaw drop. Just to get out the state, you're going to charge me just to leave my state.
I told Catfish Ball, I told everybody he looked like me walking around the house this morning. Yeah, he played 2 games of softball last night. Steve, I don't know if he was in here when I said it, but he came in the door all stiff, standing straight up and couldn't hardly move. And this morning he looked like he was walking around in a body cast. And earlier I said it looked like me walking around the house.
He thought he was young and fit.
I said, "You ain't no spring chicken anymore." He said, "I forgot to stretch when I got up there." Yeah. Backwards room.
Hee-haw!
You leaving us, Catfish Mama?
Make some money. I'm thinking about a new tank.
Hee-haw!
See if we get that 55 delivered to you.
Man, I got on that Get Gills looking at the catfish and everything. The fish, they're between $11 and $15 a piece, but dang, they want $30 minimum for shipping on those friggin' things. I might just go down the lake and catch me some little catfish. My problem is I can't catch little fish. Not the size I need. You know, you used to go to, I don't know if y'all have ever done it, but I used to go to bait shop and get a bucket of minnows, and every now and then it'd have a little catfish swimming around with your minnows and stuff. That'd be some good ones to have in your tank.
These other tanks, I keep saying I was gonna do them. I get lazy sometimes.
Oh, I get lazy a lot of times.
And you know what it is? Like if you do the work we do, we're busting our butts all day long. And you don't want to come home and do no physical stuff.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It just doesn't taste good. You ate
Ooh,
breakfast
man.
already?
What's that?
You ate breakfast?
Oh no, man. I don't eat nothing like I used to or anything. I tried eating supper last night and I couldn't eat it. I didn't even have a taste actually.
You know what, man? Sometimes you just gotta listen to your body that way.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It ain't nothing wrong if you skip a meal or not, or whatever. That's not saying something's wrong with you. It's
yeah.
normal. Yeah, you'll know.
Well, believe me, I got enough to last me for a couple months. I could hibernate. I think I could miss a few meals. Derek,
44.
great seeing Derek.
What's up,
Get
44?
16 in the room. Yeah, the fish can get expensive, but like I say, it'd be something different. I don't know.
It's also, the price people set because he's going to set a price for each fish, but you have to buy a certain amount of fish. That's
Yeah, well, it's like that place on Get Gills. Spend $130, you get free shipping.
That's a lot of money to spend on fish.
You ain't lying, man.
But then again, that could just be one fish.
Yeah, not for me.
Yeah, not for me. That's
If I spent $130 on one fish, man, you better take me to the nursing home.
I'll come home with several dozen.
Catfish Terry has lost it if he spends $130 on a fish. I couldn't sleep at night. I'd be in there watching it and make sure he's swimming okay, breathing okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be on 24/7 call watching that fish.
Last time I went to my local fish store, right? They gave me a little card with punch outs. So after the 10th time I spend over $40 in there, every time I spend $40 I get a punch out. So after the 10th time I get a $20 credit in the store. Whatever I want. So they didn't tell me about it until after I made like 5 visits.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's the way they do. And PetSmart's like that here, and it has actually paid off for me. They didn't tell me about it, but every time I'd go back and everything, then they'd tell me, you got so many points saved up. Do you want to use your credit? And I didn't even know anything about it. And dang, I think I got like $15 knocked off last time I went there. And I didn't even know I had anything building up like that. But it does come in handy.
It does. Because now I'm thinking to myself, I could have been at 7 instead of 2.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like I say, the hobby ain't that bad once you get it going and everything. Now, for these people with these like I tell you, all these expensive fish and everything, it's a completely different ball game than trying to raise your guppies and stuff.
I'm still here. I'm just loading a truck.
All right, buddy. Yeah, not for y'all, Chewy, but it is for me.
30.
What did Chewy say?
Well, try 100,000. I say try using your code name there.
Shoot.
Lunatic.
Let me see. A fish or a house? I'll take the house.
Or 10,000, is it? 100,000.
Yeah, that's 100,000. That's a house right there.
Yeah, everybody spends that for a fish. You need to sell them your name.
That's what happened with my dog, my puppy. When I first got him, at about 7 months, he got real sick. About 7 months, he got really, really sick, and took him to the vet. And, and then the vet gave us a bill about $3,000. So he's like, you know what? He's getting our last name right then and there. He's part of the family after that. Let's do the whole entire thing. Let's register him. Let's do give him a last name and everything. Gonna cost that much.
If I spent $1,000 for a fish, it better be a mermaid.
They kiss you back.
Yeah.
You remember that scam everyone fell for years ago, thinking mermaids were real?
Yeah, they had those little sightings and everything. And,
I'm telling people, I'm over here like, no, they're not. And yeah, it is. Like, there's no way, man. Yeah, it is.
There's a lot of them still swears by it, just like Bigfoot. Technology we got these days and everything still can't get a Bigfoot on camera with a clear picture.
No. Yeah. Bigfoot don't exist. There's nowhere in the United States you can't go that hasn't been, looked at some way or another.
Like I say now, one thing about the ocean, it is parts that is so deep and everything. You still don't know what's down around there, but
that's different.
Yeah,
that's different. There's the ocean, yeah, because we know more about space than we know about the ocean.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
$15 in the room, y'all. Don't forget about 8 o'clock Central tonight. Catfish Terry panel show, y'all.
Catfish Mama's making a special appearance.
Yeah.
Sell him a dream.
That's one of those. That's about like that rumor Peplin gonna be on my string.
Oh yeah, remember that? I was gonna jump on.
I tell you,
yeah.
This truck gonna ride like a Cadillac now with this much weight on it.
Yeah, I bet.
9,000 pounds of weight.
I think my truck performs better when I have weight on her.
Oh yeah,
she likes it. Yeah.
The trucks that I drive, they drive like absolute garbage with no weight on them.
What's that? Backwards Fish Room, Texas.
Still, all the big heavy duty, like all the big trucks, they're all leaf spring, so you have to weigh them down to get them to actually ride nice.
Finish priming and the drywall, sanding and priming the drywall. The fish room, awesome.
I've noticed a common theme that a lot of us work in the trades in this community.
It is. That's what I call got more money than sense, Chewy. It'd be nice to have that problem.
No, I would. That's not a bad thing. Like to be able to, if I had that type of money, yeah, I would keep beautiful specimens.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like for them, like going to throw away a $10 bill or something.
Oh, Catfish! I'm telling you, Catfish. Right? When or if it ever offers me the opportunity, I told you I'm buying a great white and stuffing him in a big tank, Ace Ventura style, and I'm just gonna feed Yankee fans to him.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a fan of a New York team? Come here. I got a really cool fish for you to look at. Plunk.
That'd be awesome, Manifesto.
Well, you don't like Yankee fans, man.
Derek, buddy. Man, don't never get to see Derek no more.
Catfish Derek. What's up?
What's up, 44?
We get to wondering
Hey,
if
still
you're
in
in a
here?
prison or not or something.
Yeah, I feel so. Mr. Manifesto must do like construction or something, right? He's got to do construction.
Yeah, he's working on a fish room and Derek, are you up there for good, or are you ever going back to Mississippi?
Well, a couple of weeks I'll go back. I'm gonna go back for a few days, and then I'm gonna come back out here.
Have you been able to get out and do any fishing?
I'll probably be a while. Yeah, actually, went fishing last this Saturday. So,
How'd you make out?
pretty good. We got a few crappie and some catfish. But we did pretty good.
Or what part of Texas are you in?
East Texas.
East.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't know Ohio Fish Rescue had their koi stolen.
Mm-hmm.
$150 on a trio.
Dang, for guppies. Wow.
Not me.
Depends on how good a guppies they are.
I can't talk though. I've spent a lot of money on sporting tickets. On tickets to sporting events.
That's your fish.
So I can't really talk though.
That's true, man. If I had some of my money back from sporting events and everything, I could have some nice fish.
Oh god, the amount of money I spent to get inside some doors at clubs.
I went to when the Bruins won in 2011 the Stanley Cup. I went to one of those games.
If Steve just had his money off his cover charges and stuff.
And I tell you, what I paid for my tickets, y'all probably have a heart attack. But nothing was stopping me from going and watching my team play in a Stanley Cup.
Oh, I can imagine. They don't come around too often.
Mm-hmm.
We was wanting to go when Preds was playing in it, but I'm not going to spend that
Let,
kind of
let,
money.
let's put it this way: 3 zeros were involved in that number.
Oh, I know.
3 zeros were definitely involved in that number.
This money some of these people pay out for
Mm.
Super Bowls is ridiculous, man.
So my
Yeah.
my friends, a bunch of my friends, actually like 12 of them, went to the Atlanta. They went to the Patriots Atlanta Super Bowl when they played the Falcons, and they spent I think 15,500 for their airfare, tickets, and hotel.
All right, Chewy. Okay, now I see.
I've spent 2,050 on paint on fish this year. Damn.
The year just started.
What I pay to keep my Patriots season tickets would give you a freaking heart attack every year.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I write that check, Catfish. The company writes that check, and a little piece of my soul leaves.
Oh, God.
The sports can get expensive, man.
Oh, they're ridiculous, Catfish. They're ridiculous. It's on it. So if you got a family of 5, right? Let's say you're going to go to a Patriot game. Let's say you want to take your whole family, your kids, your wife, your husband to a whatever it may be. Like you want to take them to a Pats game. If you're a family of 5, it's going to cost you like $2,000 before you even to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking $250 a seat. If you don't want to sit in the nosebleeds, you're paying $200 plus. You know what I mean? So there's $1,200 right there, and you haven't even walked in the stadium. You just bought your tickets.
Yeah.
Never mind the $50 to park, and then the probably $100 in alcohol you're going to buy, $150 in alcohol, and then probably another $50 in food. It's a $2,000 day.
5 people, $50 and no.
What was still?
$50.
That might be about another $200 in food. Yeah.
Oh, to go and watch a Patriot game nowadays is stupid money. It's stupid money.
Living MN outdoors. Appreciate you.
They've pretty much priced out the everyday average Joe. It's all the everyday average person. 90% of Gillette Stadium is corporate. It's all corporate money. It's all corporate money and season ticket holders.
Yeah, that's about the way it's getting everywhere anymore. It's about all can afford it.
I went to a Yankee game about 5 years ago. It wasn't too expensive. It wasn't better.
Well, baseball, you can get some reasonable seats, can't you?
Yeah, baseball's not too bad. Baseball, even the Red Sox and Yankees, I'll give them that. Their ticket pricing is pretty good. Even for playoff seats, even for playoff games, their pricing is pretty good.
Yeah, the beer and the food was was expensive. That's really expensive, expected.
Yeah.
But
yep. The concessions are where they really make their money.
Yeah. But you can always go outfield or something and get some decent prices if you want to take a family or something.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, you could just sit in the bleachers. And those are like $80 a seat. $50 to $80 a seat.
I got a home run ball from the opposing team, and they started yelling to me. It was my first time in a game. They started, throw it back, throw it back, throw it back.
Oh,
Looking at it,
I'd,
more like,
I'd have tossed that sucker right back in the.
Still, you standing
sucker
up.
right back in
No,
the.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
I threw it back.
I'd have wound up and thrown that, especially if it was the opposing team.
Yeah,
I'd have
it's the
wound up and
opposing
thrown
team,
that
yeah.
sucker right back into play.
Exactly. Living in outdoors, 81 home games helps a lot to bring ticket prices down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like say, it's for all the people they seat. How many does a stadium seat up there like Boston or Yankees?
I think the Yankees are I think Yankee Stadium's bigger than Fenway. But Fenway seats like 25, I think.
That's
Hey,
not as
Butcher.
many as I thought it would be.
Fenway seats like 25.
Hey,
I
Butcher,
thought-
for the record, I'm not a Yankee fan, all right? So just in case you ever take me to that room,
No,
you're gonna.
you're not a Yankee fan. You just went. Yeah, I know.
I thought they'd seat a lot more people than that. That ain't much more than hockey does. Then.
Well, Fenway's a small stadium too. It's not like, you know what I mean. Like some of these newer stadiums are up over 30. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah, Yankee Stadium's a new stadium.
I thought they was a lot
Some of the
bigger
newer
than that.
stadiums are up over 30 easily.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Living them in
Oh,
Twin
that's
seats
cool.
almost 60,000. I figured they was all around 40, 50,000 seats.
What's up, Living?
Yeah, I got to. Hey, Minnesota Outdoors. Did the Twins build a new stadium? Because it looks different. I saw the stadium the other day before the Sox and the Twins played. Did they renovate that stadium? Because it looks different.
I don't pay much attention to sports.
Yeah. I stopped paying attention to baseball once the Yankees traded Reggie Jackson. And that was it.
I
Oh,
stopped.
the rivalries aren't what they used to be. That's for sure. They're just not what they. Because like when I was growing up, and like the Red Sox and Yankees were in their peak rivalry in the early 2000s. You know, late 90s, early 2000s. Those teams actually hated each other. They really did. They actually hated one another. There was real bad blood in between those players. Now that type of stuff is all but gone. You know.
I
Like
stopped paying
that's
attention to baseball after all the strikes and the money just getting out of hand paying the players and everything.
oh the 94 strike almost crushed the sport for good.
Yeah.
It did. It almost crushed the sport. The steroid era is what brought everybody back to it.
Hey, I was a big
But the
baseball
94
fan
the
before
94
the strikes.
The 94 strike is what almost crushed the sport. It did it because people got turned off. People turned away from it like in huge numbers. And then when they started hitting all those home runs again, it started bringing people back.
I stopped going to minor league games and everything after that. I used to go to our minor league all the time. Now I never go to one.
You know what's the strike that sports never bounce back off of? When hockey strike, they never bounce back from that. They were at such a high.
That's true. The hockey strike did turn a lot of fans away. It did.
It hurt it bad. They were making more money before the strike than I think they are now. The only way it's compatible now is because prices are higher. But that
gnarly. Strikes turns me off, man. Believe me.
All right, so yeah, Minnesota Outdoors said the stadium's only 5 to 7 years old, so it is a newer one. I thought it looked different. That's all. I thought it looked different.
Sounds gnarly.
I don't know. Baseball's a dying pastime.
Hey, Minnesota Outdoors. The steroid era absolutely brought fans back to baseball because they were all watching the home run chase. I remember watching the home run chase between McGuire, Sosa, and Bonds. McGuire and Sosa, the first one, and then Barry Bonds came along. But like, I remember watching it, man. I remember watching all those guys. Vlad Guerrero.
Remember those prices of those balls? If you caught one of those home run balls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They don't have that value no more, right?
Hey, Chewy, we absolutely
I
pay
don't
through the
think
teeth.
so.
We absolutely pay through the teeth. Absolutely, man. It's expensive to go watch these sports. It is.
For love. It's for the love of the game. It's for the love of your of the player that you like on the team that you favor.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hey, gnarly fish tanks. But hopefully, as we progress through this, hopefully they'll start opening the stadiums up more. Because like up here in Boston, they only allow like 15% in all of our stadiums. But what I'm hoping for is as time goes on, they start opening it up little by little, more and more. Because an official statement came out
No
from
need
the
to.
Crafts who own Gillette and the Patriots. They said that they're hopeful that by September they're going to be at least 50% capacity, at least. So hopefully my thinking is correct in that they're going to open these things up little by little, more and more. That's the hope, at least.
All right, gang. Thanks for having me on. I have to go get ready for the day.
You working now? Your truck's down, so
All
you
right.
can't work. Man, you
No,
can't
but
get out and fish or nothing, can you?
no, but a buddy called me. He needs someone to drive a car for him. He was the dealer, so he needs somebody to drive a car. So make a couple of dollars for that.
That's good, buddy.
Keep
Like I say,
hustling.
I hope it don't cost you much to get your truck going.
Already, a couple of family members already tossed me a couple of dollars to see if I get it repaired. So, at least, but
Just go out and buy you a new one, man.
I wish I had that kind of dough.
I hear that.
It's hard for a single father.
Oh, I
You know
understand, man.
what I've noticed about baseball though is that you have to watch baseball in person. It's different watching it live than it is watching it from the couch. It's a whole different experience. When you watch a ball game live, it's the atmosphere, everyththing's different about it.
That's the thing. You're right. If people were to watch like the sports, baseball live, they would accumulate more fans because
Yeah.
then
It's
you're right.
because the atmosphere alone is what is like baseball stadiums are a lot of fun, man. They're like Fenway is an awesome spot to watch a game. It really is. There's a lot going on pregame. Like they got live music out in front of Boston before the games. They got the food trucks out in front. It's just the atmosphere. The atmosphere is awesome.
To all the fish fans, it's the equivalent of looking through a fish tank through YouTube and seeing it in person.
That's everything. Same true for all the sports, just about. But like I say, they took the fun out of it when they got so greedy on the prices.
I don't know, Terry. I kind of enjoy my football nice and warm in my house when it's snowing out there. And
hey,
I enjoy going to the game.
Gnarly, that's why instead of paying the beer prices at the stadium, you pregame, buddy. Fenway's got 5 bars surrounding the stadium. Just go drink you some beer before the game and walk in there, and you'll be just fine.
All right. Thanks for having me on, Terry. Later,
I appreciate you, man.
To everybody in the chat, thank you all for being you. Smile often. See you.
All right, babe. Be careful.
Hee-haw!
Y'all, I guess I'm going to get down from here. I got my stream tonight, so.
You got your panel tonight. I forgot about that.
I got my panel at Central tonight, so I've already went longer than I said I would this morning.
You know what's crazy, right? Only 9. It's not even 9:30.
Yeah.
It feels like it's like 1 in the afternoon, at least to me.
Oh, it does me too. And here it is. I've already been sitting here 3 hours now.
You know what I mean? It feels like it's 1 in the afternoon.
It's only 25 minutes. It's like 9. Feels like 9 or something.
Stream goes by quick, man. But like I say, I appreciate everybody. But I'm gonna get off here. But if you get a chance, man, love to have you in the panel tonight, y'all.
I'll swing through, Catfish. I'll be on there
Yep.
a little later. I'll swing through.
All right. Derek, great seeing you, buddy.
Great seeing
Appreciate
y'all.
all.
See y'all later.
See y'all, love you.
Hee-haw!